15th, 2020, and it is time for some Keyforge class. I'm Andrew, One Star Peeps, and today we're going over some more SAS stuff for you. Particularly, I want to focus on efficiency and the efficiency and disruption stats that SAS gives you. Although I guess before that, I did want to briefly retouch on some of the things we went over on Wednesday. I had a plan for that. Mostly, what is SAS? I guess I kind of breezed over SAS in general, and yeah, I don't really remember. Maybe I should. Anyways, so we're gonna do that. So the whole SAS system, for those unfamiliar, is anyways, I guess I'll use my chalkboard. We have, how do I want to do this? We're gonna do SAS. SAS. The first S stands for synergy. Wow, job, Andrew. Synergy, anti-synergy. Oh, synergy and anti-synergy? Is that what SAS is? Yeah, probably. And anti. S, more synergy. Anyways, so that's what SAS is, and then yesterday we went over the expect amber and amber control options, or what those numbers are, kind of what they mean. For me, I talked a little bit about how, or I talked about how expect amber is about how much amber you should expect to gain if you were to play all of your cards, and then after that, amber control is about how much amber you should expect your opponent to lose after you've played all of your cards. I do have some gripes with especially with the amber control number, but that's mostly because it counts things like capture as actual amber control, where if you capture 1,000 amber and then that creature is destroyed, it generally buys you about the same amount of tempo as destroying 3 amber. So it does help with things like key charge and whatever, and it does help you set up for other cards to become more efficient at their amber control, like Too Much to Protect or Interdimensional Graft or things like that. If you capture a bunch and then you give it back to them, then it's available for you to steal or remove. So I think capture, so if you think about everything in terms of tempo, expect amber basically does actually help you understand how fast your deck, how many turns it's going to take for your deck to win, right? You can say, if my expected amber is 36, that means every card I play, I should get at least 1 amber. And if I play 18 of my cards, if I'm playing 3 cards a turn, after 6 turns, I should have generated 18 amber, and I should win in 6 turns. If I'm not interrupted at all from just playing my cards, I'll win in 6 turns. Why synergy? Was because I decided halfway through writing things that I was gonna put an equal sign, and I change decisions a lot. So the first S is also the most important S. No, that's just an N. I'm just bad at writing. Oh, yes, you're right. I could adjust if I really wanted to. Fine. Put an A in anti. No, that's an N. A-N-T-I. Don't you judge me. But whatever. Yeah. Just put an A. Just put an A. Whatever. It's not my handwriting. You want a second A? Second S? There we go. There. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. So yeah, that's expected amber. Expected amber does a fairly good job of giving you a rough idea of exactly how fast you're gonna go. But the amber control options aren't as accurate about telling you how many turns essentially you can, exactly how much amber you can expect. Okay, fine. I will pick a number. I'm gonna pick the worst number. There we go. So, amber control doesn't help you. Doesn't give you that much. Isn't as accurate because of things like capture and the too much protect stuff. But if you can get those synergies to work out well together, it's great. That's about all I wanted to go over on the expected amber and the amber control stats. Today we're going to talk about I'm mostly try and focus on efficiency, which is mostly card advantage, and disruption, which is card disadvantage for the most part. There's some other things like yeah, let's just start. I'll just start with synergy, or sorry, not synergy, efficiency. Also, you should get on that little. I don't know. Anyways, right now, a lot of the world can't decide what a fast deck means. What I mean by that is some people refer to a fast deck as a deck with a high. So this is where part of the problem comes from. It's called efficiency here, and then if you scroll down here, they call this stat speed. So fast decks both refer to decks that have high expected amber. This comes from aggro decks, or race car decks is what they used to call them back in the day, stuff like that. Decks that won the game really fast. But now there's some people that refer to fast decks as decks with high efficiency. While high efficiency does help you win the game faster because you draw more cards, you play more cards, you should be able to have access to this expected amber a lot more expected amber if you are playing more cards. Either way, for my purposes, a fast deck is always going to refer to a high expected amber, and a highly efficient deck is always going to refer to a deck that is really good at drawing cards or playing extra cards. So that's that for today. Anyway, so here's one of the decks we're gonna play today. It is from AOA. It has as you can see, 20 speed, or sorry, 20 efficiency. A lot of this comes from its logo stuff, double lab work. Archimedes helps a lot, and Director, just a bunch of extra archiving, a bunch of extra card draw, and that, and a Titan Librarian. Then double. So Exhume is a kind of a card. I'm pretty sure it gives efficiency. Yeah. So this is like an example of a card. It's not necessarily card draw. It's kind of card advantage, but it's mostly playing extra cards. That's part of where efficiency comes in, right? The whole point of keyforge is, like most card games, whoever plays the most cards is probably gonna have a good advantage. And so if you look at cards like Exhume, it lets you get the pip, and then B, you have a huge selection of cards in your discard pile, hopefully, and you get to play an extra card that you don't really have already played or get the best choice again. So that's kind of where that efficiency is coming from. More archiving. Anything else in this deck that might be weird in terms of efficiency? Does Merkins give you efficiency? I guess so. Yeah, you get to play one more card. So you get 2 power creature plus the card on the top of your opponent's deck or in their archives. And then what do they count? Swindle. Somehow, yeah, swindle. All right, so this makes sense. That gives you negative efficiency because it's the only card you can play. So it's obviously limiting the number of cards you're going to play in a turn. So that is speed in a nutshell. And then we're going to jump over to one of my other favorite decks to play, Sapphire. We're going to talk about, here's Disruption. Apparently it only disrupts, maybe I want to pull up a different one because apparently it's only getting Disruption in a couple cards. Primarily it's from the Triple Succubus. So this card reduces the number of cards in your opponent's hand. So it's basically the inverse of speed, or sorry, efficiency. So by reducing the amount of options that your opponent has, you're disrupting them, and that is basically what's going on here. According to SAS, it's giving you some disruption for returning cards to your hand. So the logic behind this is by putting cards back into your opponent's hand, hopefully it'll stop them from drawing new cards. Because if you put back a card of one house and they play the other house, they now are drawing essentially one less card. That is the point of disruption there. And then toxin, I guess, is the other one that they give 0.4, and obviously that is the same thing as a succubus, right? You pull a card out of their hand, and then they've lost the ability to play the card. I don't. So do we have? We don't have disruption. So yeah. So that's exciting for today because I like playing this deck. So we see this has a high disruption value. We can. One has some more cool efficiency. This is the third deck of the day. Transporter platform gives some efficiency. Obviously, you get to replay your cards. You get to. So that's part of the play thing. United action, just play more cards. Play all the cards in your hand. The more efficiency there. That's not necessarily card draw. And then Kirby, obviously, part of the reason why Kirby is so valuable is because of this efficiency of playing cards out of house. House cheating is a very efficient thing to do. You're playing extra cards, and at the end of your turn, you're going to draw extra cards, essentially. That's part of the reason why playing extra cards, but yeah, is efficient, is because you get to draw extra cards. But anyways, whatever. Sorry, if we compare, so if we look at Exhume, you are playing extra cards, but you're not pulling them out of your hand. So it's kind of not as efficient as playing an extra card out of your hand. But the difference is that's not really that important. But yeah, the advantage to a lot of the advantage to the cards like Exhume is that you have a lot of choice. It's not necessarily an efficiency thing, but whatever. So yeah, that is my spiel on efficiency and disruption. I come from a Magic background, so efficiency is. I really do like the efficiency stat. It makes the game feel a lot more fun. Part of the reason why I like playing keyforge, right? Because you get to draw at least 2 cards a turn, and then doing ridiculous stuff like what Worlds Collide has let us do. Just draw 4 or 5 cards a turn, especially with Star Alliance, or even the new Logos is pretty good at that. Just drawing 1,000,000 cards every turn feels awesome. Another advantage so some of the best parts about having a heavily efficient deck is that you get to find your answers a lot more reliably. So if you're looking for your one of Gateway of Dis, you will generally have it on time. Also, it doesn't hurt you as much to hold on to these valuable cards. So you can decide, okay, in this matchup, I really need, I don't know, an Amber Tracker, right? They just have all these Saurians or whatever, and I just need to be able to, or maybe Sanctum is probably I don't know who's more vulnerable to these kind of niche cards. I'm gonna hold on to this Amber Tracker. I'm gonna wait for it to, and because I draw 4 or 5 cards every turn with my setup, I can afford to hold on to this because I'll still at least keep up with them in terms of card advantage. Or like the better case is generally if you can wait a turn or two, you can draw fast. You can draw 5 or 6 cards, and you'll find your Amber Tracker a lot more quickly than you normally would in other decks. So speed is a lot of fun and be very valuable in finding your niche answers that you need. Also, in terms of like fast decks, it lets you just play more cards, so you get to generate more Amber more quickly. Great. Speed is an awesome stat. I love it. And then the other side to that, disruption. I'm a jerk, and I just like making sure my opponents don't get to play cards. And the slow strangling them brings me a lot of joy. Obviously, when you only have 3 or 4 cards in your hand, you only get to play it's very hard to play more than 2 cards. So that's the advantage. That's really what the succubus do in this deck, is they just really totally limit your opponent's ability to play the game, such that the rest of this deck, the Brobnar or the Triple Witch of the Eyes, can just do their job uninterrupted. And so that's while speed is very good for you to find answers, disruption is very powerful in forcing your opponent to have answers. And that is essential. That's generally what we think about, or that's generally what they do for us. So today we're gonna, like always, we're gonna start with some unpublished quantum. It has apparently a pretty good efficiency rating and average disruption, so efficiency of 13. It's mostly thanks to cards like Library Access and the Wild Wormhole and Phase Shift. And these triple Quixos, sometimes we've seen it do some work. I don't feel like this deck is nearly as efficient as what this is giving credit for. I think I don't have a lot of, even though I don't have a lot of faith that these Quixos fight a lot to get the 0.5 efficiency that they're giving. What else is Library Access is apparently worth 3. Yeah, I would generally agree with that. I guess we're getting some points for Lost in the Woods. That doesn't feel right. I mean, sounds more like Disruption to me. But anyways, War Drummer can do some fun stuff, as we can see here, as we've seen before. So there is some of it's there. It's a little wonky, but I mean, look, if I really wanted to, if you want to talk about the Screaming Cave is the grossest misevaluation of a card that SAS has. This is literally one of the best cards in the game, and they apparently think it's a below average card with with almost not worth any efficiency. I don't know who they've ever played Magic with, but this card is amazing and hyper efficient. So I don't know. SAS misunderstands speed, and I don't think they value card advantage nearly as much as I think they should. Oh, well, what was so punctuated equilibrium is what Dave in chat is saying. Thank God I didn't have to spell that much. Hey, I don't know what it used to be, but 3 is about right. Or I guess yeah, 3 sounds right? So you play 2. Worst case scenario, you play 2 extra untamed cards and you draw into 2 more untamed cards. Yeah, sounds about right. Pretty close. If we're just talking about 1 card each. They say it's draw 0.5. That's ridiculous. On average, you should be drawing at least 2 new cards. Oh yeah, drawing 1 card is worth 0.5. Right, that's what SAS says. If you look at they have a description over here in the about section, I believe. It actually goes into a little bit more exact detail, not just my interpretation and what I think. But yeah, it takes drawing 2 cards to get 1 point of efficiency. So that would make sense on why punctuated equilibrium is worth 3, because you generally draw 6 cards off of it. Yeah, so there we go. Huh, that's strange. I guess it does cost you, technically it's a card that doesn't do anything except draw a card, so maybe they count that as a -1, but okay. Yeah. They're weird. I've always had a problem. Their efficiency, their understanding of card advantage, I think they've just always undervalued card advantage for the most part, and disruption especially. I think, but on both sides, I think they kind of miss a little bit on that end. But anyways, this might be getting too much into the nitty gritty, and we're talking about imaginary card points here. If we take a step back, while it is fun to talk about exactly how much better a card is than another one, let's just play some keyforge, right? That's what we're really here for. Yeah, but if anyone wants to talk about cards and SAS stats, I'm happy to. I will talk all day about it. I just don't want to talk all of right now, all of our wonderful stream time, talking about exactly how much efficiency certain cards should have. Because I will get trapped in that conversation for too long unless I give myself these reminders. So yeah, so I think today I'm just gonna do one game of Unpublished Quantum, and then we're just gonna move our work our way through the rest of these decks a little bit faster than normal. Mostly because I mean, we've played this deck a bunch. I just like, it's kind of like a warm up game. So this opening hand here, 2/2/2. I'm kind of okay with it. It has some good removal, and we have some other okay burst and some big stuff. It's not, we don't have any of our cards we don't want early on, so I'm gonna keep this actually. Could always just go logos if we want to. Life Ward's actually super good against us. I think I'm just gonna start with logos. I'm gonna play the Wild Wormhole, just get it out of the way. Sweet, good hit, I think. It'd been cool if that was like Hunting Witch turn 1. We would have been nicely set up. Although I guess they could have just cracked their Life Ward to stop us from getting Hunting Witch, so they could be able to kill it. But anyways, it's probably too much. So our next turn, probably gonna go Untamed. There's almost no reason not to. This Big Twig's gonna do a lot of work for us. Or they're gonna play 3 Fates. Pit Demon, sure. I don't think I want to smash and anger to kill the Pit Demon on our next turn. I think we're just still gonna go Untamed again. This Nocturnal Maneuvers is gonna do enough for us. And Mushroom Man is fine. We're just gonna keep gaining some Amber. And we're just gonna keep playing cards. Being efficient here, right? Play cards, draw cards. So this is a Coda deck. So the logos here tends to not have a lot of archiving, so I don't think there's a real advantage to trying to hold on to this Dysania to hope for something. But we got a War Drummer. All right, so no creatures. I think they've seen through the plan of this deck. Why the tiny window? Very good point, because I didn't click this button. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate it. All right, so here we go. That button over there while I'm thinking. Oh boy. Okay, so at least they ran out of Mars creatures. This John Smith is really bad for us. I guess at this point, the best thing I can do here, best thing I can just reap, or I can fight. This anger gives me both of those things. It does draw me a card. I guess if I go Brobnar on my next turn, I still wouldn't be able to kill this John Smith. So probably better. It's probably fine going Brobnar here. It plays a card. We're gonna just kill that. They're probably want to set up for a Mars turn here, but we could get lucky here and they could just not draw anything. That's really what I'm hoping for. I do want to hold on to these Untamed creatures, I think. I don't know. I just really want to. I might be playing into the Hunting Witch too much, is what I'm thinking about. Why I'm holding on to this Big Twig generally. It's probably better to discard it there. Alright, so they didn't have any. Whoa. What the? They only played. They are also just digging for 1/ofs. Okay. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna go logos here. I'm gonna take this chance. So I mean, I like all this cool replay smash to stun, and I really like the idea of smash to stun this John Smith so I can buy some time, but they didn't do anything. So I think I have an opportunity here to get on the board a little bit better. And if they continue to not do too much, these Quixos can this logos can actually do a lot of work here. And there we go. So here's some good stuff. Here's the hunting witch we wanted to find, try and set up for. Lost in the Woods will do, actually, it's not too bad right now. Putting back the Sania, maybe they do archive something. Healing our Mushroom Man will be pretty good too. And also should give us a clear board for Hunting Witch, so if we draw some more Brobnar creatures, this War Drummer here could actually be really powerful. It doesn't look like this Hunting Witch is going to... That game plan of clear the board so Hunting Witch can do things is not going to work. So what do we want it to do? We can fight a whole bunch. We can stun 2 things. I like stunning 2 things, maybe. Although it doesn't give me Amber. I would like to go to 6, honestly. Maybe it's just better to go with Untamed. If I'm gonna do that... Alright, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Untamed. I'm actually, so my plan here is I'm going to fight the Mushroom Man. I'm basically just gonna, as much as I hate this, I'm gonna leave them with a John Smith and hope they don't have a way to deal with Hunting Witch out of hand and force the John Smith to fight the Hunting Witch. Honestly, I think that might be a good trade for them. So we're gonna fight. It doesn't really matter what we fight, I guess. I will fight. I'm gonna fight the Doc Bookton. Oh, maybe I should have fought the Escutera because it has a play effect. And I'm about to shuffle it back in. That would have made more sense. Sorry, this is a Titan mechanic. It reduces key cost when it's not on the flank. We have one in our deck. Probably shouldn't be putting play effects back into their deck if I can help it. That was a bit of a mistake on my end. So our Logos is looking okay. Library access plus hunting, which could be devastating if they don't go Mars fight or find some way to remove it from their hand this turn. We're pretty set up. We only have 1 creature. We do get to draw 3 cards. We'll hopefully find another Logos creature. We did shuffle 2 of them back into our deck, so we should have a good number left. Flash, that's fine. They stole 1 from us, so we get to forge. Awesome. Great. This is everything we wanted. We're gonna go Logos. We're gonna play Library Access. We're gonna start by Positron bolting the Schuler. It kills this John Smith, who's been here way too long. Play the Titan mechanic on the right, and then we'll play the Dr. Escutera also on the right to cover it up. And look at us go with our high creature count deck plus Hunting Witch doing its job. And we'll fight here, draw another card, and unfortunately we run out of cards here, but that was a good turn for us. So we gained a lot of Amber, we drew a bunch of cards, we set up our War Drummer Hunting Witch even better now. We've got 2 good play effects. We get to play 6 cards, or sorry, we get to play 5 creatures on our next turn, which is going to be very hard for them to deal with. We could also just go Dust Pixie, Giant Sloth Key Charge if we need to. But I don't like the Shackles. Ooh, Arise? What do they get back? They get back... So they are returning Schuler and Pit Demon to their hand, which is fine. I think I can let the Shackles... Okay, so I could go Logos here, and I'm pretty sure I can just clear their board if I wanted to. Draw some cards. I think I'll let them trade Shackles to Hunting Witch. I'm gonna go Brobnar. And just, I don't think as much as I've played this deck, I've always dreamed about the turn that I could have a Hunting Witch out and play a War Drummer. So I'm doing that. This might be a mistake, but this feels really good. So yeah, we gained 5 amber, stunned 2 of their creatures, developed our board some more. They're still at the point where they have to trade a valuable creature. Shaffles is, I think, at least for me, I undervalue it. Clearly, I'm just letting it live here. Yeah, okay. And then they're gonna lash us. That's fine. So our next turn, I like logos here. We can just wipe their board or yeah, draw 2 cards to kill this. Reap a bunch of times because I don't care about their Schuler anymore. Phase shift in. Probably Giant Sloth. I like that. So I'm thinking if I phase shift in Giant Sloth, I'll probably wind up discarding my key charge soon. And so that sounds like some good things we can plan around. Although we're going Logos, maybe not get too far ahead of ourselves. We're going to draw a couple extra cards. So we don't want the Pit Demon on the board. Anything that steals. There's a lot of good Amber control that they had. We didn't draw too much of anything. So yeah, I'm just going to reap and go to 8, which is pretty good. Or oops, 9. That's not necessarily what I wanted, but phase shift in the Giant Sloth on the right. So now we have a couple good things that discard the Giant Sloth. We don't really want to play the Prawny Monkeys, and we could probably just afford to hold on to this key charge for our 3rd key at this point. So if they don't interrupt us, okay, so they're going Mars. They probably have what if they have a Shatterstorm? But whatever. I'm playing into that. So if they don't interrupt us, we can gain 3, 4, 5, 6 amber plus our 9 here. So we can definitely just forge a key plus key charge this turn. Or on the next turn and win. Alright, so they got rid of nope, our Giant Sloth is still on the board and our Big Twig's still on the board. Perfect. Everything we wanted. Hopefully they don't have any more amber control and we just win this game. Oh, I guess they know it's going to happen. Cool. Good game. Alright. Unfortunately, gonna jump into another game. So yeah, time to switch decks. We're going to play Sapphire. We're gonna keep going with we're just gonna just like Wednesday, going to start with our coded decks and then do AOA decks and then go to Worlds Collide deck, and that should bring us through the day. All right, so this is a mulligan. We don't want to see both our gateways as early. For board pressure is not well. Witch of the Wilds is good. It's not quite anything we care about right away. All right, so this is a lot better. This will be very disruptive for them. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We're going to force them to have a good answer right away for this. Unfortunately, we didn't get a good follow up. This Lost in the Woods is not what we wanted to draw. We wanted to find. That's fine. So this Lost in the Woods doesn't. Sorry, our opponent said they're just testing, so they might do some weird stuff. That's fine. We're here testing. We're learning. So efficiency. I guess I didn't focus on efficiency. We had some very efficient plays last time. The Liver Access was really good for us. We got a lot of value out of the Hunting Witch. Look at them go. Okay. I wonder. We can go Untamed again. Reap, get back Nocturnal Maneuvers. Tap down 2 of their creatures plus Lost in the Woods, our Witch back. I think that's it. I don't really want to play my Succubus and lose it. Basically, so if I go into this, I'm gonna lose a Succubus and a Witch of the Eye. They can just fight and won't do anything. All I'm gaining is by playing a Bauble and putting a key to this out. I would like the succubus to gain a little bit more of an advantage than that. So we're gonna go untamed, as they rightly expect us to do. We're going to tap down exhaust 3 creatures, Lost in the Woods. Kind of protect our Witch of the Eye a little bit. Not dead, we'll just draw into it again. Perfect, this is great. So this is one of my favorite things to do with this deck is play a gateway to this and then drop ideally more than one succubus. This is a little unfortunate that we have a couple of these dis artifacts. I would love to see like the Shaffles or another succubus here or a toxin or something. Something that adds a little bit more disruption to the board. But we didn't get there. We didn't get it, but we're getting a lot of important artifacts out early for us. So this bauble is really important. Awesome. This is actually, oh, looks like they have their own board wipe, but it's fine. We've got the best board wipe in the game. So we're gonna go. Oh man, no, it's not worth it. I was thinking this Witch of the Eye is we could play Witch of the Eye, then play Dominator Bauble, or sorry, Witch of the Eye, and then blow the Titans the Witch of the Eye our following turn. I don't think we have the luxury of doing that. So instead, I'm going to make a gigantic Headhunter. Yes, I would like to end my turn. I do not wish to blow up the board. So this is great. I like the spear. But so a lot of this deck, by putting a lot of board pressure on with our Brobnar, it forces them to do the same, which is just playing into our Keyforge. We're not finding our succubus, which is okay. Basically what I'm looking for right now, I'm just waiting to get like say two Witch of the Eyes in my hand, or say 2 succubus in my hand, and then I'll just pop Keyforge and play a bunch of things that they have to have an answer to right away, or just they kind of just lose the game. So yeah, I'm looking for another one of these, or the Witch of the Wilds for the most part, or a couple of these cards. Brobnar, sure, man. I'm pretty much planning on going Brobnar anyways. They played. What did they do? Control the Weak, play Dust Damp. They archived a Tunk. They played another Dust Damp. Oh no, they erased everything back. Okay. They are trying to force us into popping this key. I think I can be patient with. So this Mimicry is actually really good against this Arise nonsense. Also Control the Weak. So we now can Control the Weak, lock them, hopefully. That's the new plan. Is pretty much we're gonna Keyforge, we're gonna Witch of the Eye, and we're gonna copy their Control the Weak, and hopefully just force them to lose the game because they won't have any options. Cool. Let's see. We're gonna go with this though. In the meantime, I can do it right now if I wanted to, but I think that's a little risky. We can hopefully find more Witch of the Eyes or more board control options. We need to kind of deal with some of this right now before we let that happen. If I force them into Sanctum, I don't have any good removal for it. I'd rather be forcing them, say, into Mars or something, where I can hopefully use these cooperative huntings to pick off their smaller creatures. So we're gonna go Dis. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this. We will fear the long arms. I'm okay with them stealing from us. Alright, well, we didn't quite get there. We have too much Untamed now. I need a way. So yeah. We need to find something to help us out a little bit. Or force them. I need to pop this key to this, right? Pop the key to this, play Witch of the Eye, Mimicry, force them into a house that they don't have a lot of cards in. We know they're archiving Mars, so we definitely don't want to put them in Mars. They've played a lot of Dis. Maybe I should have just forced them into Dis. Yeah. Just checking to see if the Arise is any good for us, but for the most part, it's not very good right now. I think so. When I first played this deck a whole bunch, I thought Annihilation Ritual was pretty bad. Almost never wanted to play it because obviously a lot of this, for me, a lot of this deck is about playing the Succubus and the Witches. All right, great. This is awesome. Oh, I'm so excited for this. They're clearing their hand of Sanctum, which was the biggest threat for me. So we're gonna go for it here. We're gonna go for Untamed. Going to actually pop this here. I'm gonna play a Witch of the Eye. Play a Dust Pixie. Key charge while we're at it. I guess we would like to forge a key. The red key. We're gonna play this Mimicry. We're gonna copy, and we're gonna copy their Control the Weak and force them back into Sanctum. And we didn't draw any Untamed cards, so hopefully they didn't get too much here. Bulwark, okay. Archive of Mars card, yep, sounds good to me. So we didn't quite get there. We would have liked to draw on these cooperative huntings or more witches. I guess the hunting was really the most important one. Actually, not really. Witch of the Eye can, yeah. I think we have to go Brobnar, unfortunately. Do we have to go Brobnar? I guess no. I need to draw cards. I need to get this Witch of the Eye safe and sound. So we're gonna go Brobnar. We're gonna play a bunch of useless cards for the most part. Play the Crocag. Anger it. Yes, I would like to end my turn. Unfortunate, I don't get to lock them, but they are now aware of the danger. Our next turn, we get to fight a whole bunch of times. We got one of the cooperative huntings. Oh, wow. Oh, I wonder if they're building up for a key abduction. Doesn't look like it. 6. We can, or 7 points of damage. We kill both of them. Trying to think. Grabber Jammer. Grabber Jammer. Okay. I think at this point. Oh, you know what? That's fine. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna Control the Weak them back into Sanctum. Part of me was thinking that I want to Dominator Bobble Witch of the Eye to get back, say, Mimicry here. Just so I can Arise everything. But I think we're gonna be okay. We're gonna go with Untamed. You're going to play this Dew Fairy on the right. We'll play this Cooperative Hunting. What's that? Biomatrix backup. We're just gonna put a lot of damage here. We're gonna Reap. We're going to get back Mimicry. We're gonna play this action. We're gonna copy their Control the Weak. We're gonna put them back into Sanctum. Maybe we should put them into Dis. And I'll Reap here. And we'll end our turn. Here we go. It would have been great if we had these. But hopefully we can get a turn. Cleansing Wave. That's fine. We should be able to race them at this point if they don't do anything. Awesome. We pretty much won this game at this point. Play this creature on the right. Play this creature on the right. Reap. Get back Mimicry. Oh, shoot. That's what I get for not reading. I don't know why Oh well. I guess we lose. That's fine. So we get to deal 5 damage, so that kills the grabber jammer. Because I'm dumb. 5 damage. Awesome. We do get to keep one of our Witch of the Eyes alive. Unless they have something for Mother Gun. Or no, they're just gonna kill everything. I'm bad at this game. I don't know why I misread my cards like that. I said the right words. We're forged for 8. Well, that's unfortunate. I will probably go with this here. I basically had a Witch of the I could basically I could play Control a Week every single turn. Because I got my Witch of the Eye to pull back my Mimicry and play their Control the Week. I misclicked and hit my Cooperative Hunting instead of Mimicry, and so they got to attack with their Mars creatures and kill all my Witch of the Eyes. We're gonna go Dis. We're gonna use this Dominator Bauble to reap here. Cancel. We're going to actually play this Annihilation Ritual. Purge their cards. Yeah, misclicks do hurt. But thanks for being here. Lactastic Didactic. Hope I pronounced that right. Didactic. Anyways, that's my turn. We have this game in the bag. Although we're pretty close now. We're 5 amber. Hopefully they don't have anything big going on. We do have a lot of good board control still in Brabnar. Have some disruption built up here. Dust Imp, that's fine. So they have their own succubus. The long arms. Plus Hecatomb. Okay, cool. Well, that's game. GG. We've game, and that's a Sapphire. Alright, let's cancel. They have a password on that game. Alright, well, let's play Ronnie. Let's try Sapphire. Sapphire here is actually the deck that got me my prime, or my I won the prime with, my adaptive prime with. So this is the reason why I'm going to be at Worlds. So I love this deck wholeheartedly. What do we care about? Going second, this Tremor, Smash. This is all a lot of board control when they're not going to have a lot of board. So let's mulligan this hand. Go for something a little bit better. Didn't quite get there. Ogopogo. Alright, we're going to go Dis. We're just going to put that back. Play a Schuler. So we got Witch of the Eye, Nocturnal Maneuvers again. So that's going to be our game plan for the next couple turns. Hopefully we get a little bit better Untamed draw afterwards. If not, we have Rob Bernard to go back into to help us out. So they're playing Worlds Collide. They have Saurians. I need to worry. What's that? Ogopogo? I don't know. For some reason I thought Ogopogo was a legacy. Plus camouflage? Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not planning on fighting you. Anyways, we're gonna go into Untamed. Play our Witch of the Eye. Dust Pixie. And Nocturnal Maneuvers, and we will exhaust those creatures. Alright, so here is one of the most fun things in the world to do with this deck. Machine gun down all their creatures with Cooperative Hunting. Barn Raising. Done everything. Okay. That's fine. Play their Ogopogo, I guess. and Berserker Slam. That's interesting though they didn't choose the Dust Pixie, but yeah, so we're gonna go with Brobnar. I'm going to tremor all of their cards so they get see how they like it having everything stunned. And now I'm going to blow the Titans, my Witch of the Eye, and yeah, good luck killing that creature. Cool. So we'll see how this goes. But I have a lot of faith this deck can pull through from this spot. We're actually a really good position. This cooperative hunting is going to hit for a good amount. Hopefully it'll clear whatever they play. Flamethrower, sure. Ogopogo unstuns. Oh, Ogopogo number 2. Wow. Okay. Smith, that's fine. Alright, so maybe we're not going to be able to get as far ahead as I wanted to get, but we'll remove the stun. We will certainly make them suffer. How do we want? You can deal 4 damage. Maybe I just put, say, 2 and 2 on each of the Ogopogos. Just that way, they can't, like, say, fight this Witch of the Eye to, or sorry, this Witch of the Wilds to get their effect. They have to spend it on if they want their fight effect. Sorry, Ogopogo deals 2 damage whenever it successfully attacks and destroys a creature. So right now their only options are these 2/2 power creatures to deal some extra damage. So we are out of Untamed cards, but we do have an active Witch of the Eye once again, which is 8 power. They would have to fight both of their Ogopogos into it. Or I guess they could fight this Ogopogo here and then deal 2 damage to the Witch and then use Ogopogo number 2 to fight the Witch. Or actually, so they could fight, sorry, 7 and then Flamethrower here. Okay. 2 damage to, say, Dew Fairy. Those are all just about clearing our board. Seems like an okay way to go about it. Interesting. They're opting to not kill the Witch. Are they freaking Flamethrower? They opted against killing the Witch of the Eye. Okay. That's fine. I have 3 points of damage in my my cooperative hunting. So 2, it's not quite enough here. I guess they're just trying to clear our board, but that's fine. I'm gonna use Untamed while I can. Gonna reap. Gonna get back. I guess I'll get back the Nocturnal Maneuvers. That's fine. Play this action. We'll exhaust these 3 cards. Reap and go to 7. That's fine. That's it. So if they want to do nothing, they're gonna have to commit to the board more or just keep using their Flamethrower until this gets exhausted. I mean, their Flamethrower will take out these 2 creatures. Alright, here's the Saurians. Until before fight exalt creatures, that's fine. Tribute Ogopogo. And ward them. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so what do I want to do? I think I can wait 1 more turn on going into Brobnar here. We're gonna go Untamed once again. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're gonna go Untamed once again. Get more advantage while we can get it. Reap with this creature. We're going to Yeah, we'll get the maneuvers back. We'll exhaust their 3 creatures that can do things, and we'll just keep going with this plan. Trying to pull ahead when we can. Basically, I'm trying to set. Hopefully, they'll play 1 more creature. Oh, I forgot about the golden spiral. That's dumb. Basically that's dumb because they can just golden spiral any creature they want to fight with. Like they can even use this guy to fight, say here, and then fight there if they wanted to, or whatever. Oh, he could even golden spiral, fight here, exalt, then fight here, and then use his trigger to kill the Dew Fairy. They can clear my board this next turn. Oh, that's okay. We got a lot of advantage out of just a singular out of a singular Witch of the Eye. Wow. Okay, well, I need to dig fast for a gateway. This is looking real bad. Golden Spiral. But fortunately, we still have 2 gateways and a key to this, so we are not under too much pressure here. Okay, Forge Red Key. We're gonna go Brabnar. We would like to send all these creatures. This creature to the right and play a Gauntlet. So yeah, there we go. And now this is going to be a devastating key to this, or gateway here. So long as they don't play a Ludo, I think we'll be okay. Look at all this skirmish that they have. Skirmish, Shattered Throne, that's fine. So we're gonna get back 1, 2, or sorry, not 1, 6, 7 amber. We're gonna go Dis. I'm gonna play this Annihilation Ritual now. I'm gonna gateway everything. You can have your stunned Ogopogo, and I'll have 2 Succubus and a Toxin. And I'll purge a bunch of your creatures that are scary. So they're gonna go Brobnar, we're gonna unstun Ogopogo here. That's fine. They're gonna stun all of our creatures, it's fine because our Succubus are doing a lot of the work already. Remove their stun. Deal some damage to all of our creatures. Slimy Jerk. That's cool. We're gonna forge another key here. We're gonna go Brobnar. Place Smash on the right. We will go ahead and smash that creature. We're gonna play the Crocag, and we're gonna fight the Crocag into Ogopogo here. Mostly because this Crocag is gonna not be around anymore. So we want to I just rather get rid of it sooner than later than like trading, losing a creature on the board. So yeah, look at that. Look at that. 4 cards in your hand. Here's that Disruption doing its job. Plus all the stunning. This deck is very good at controlling the board and punishing our opponent for not being able to retake the board. Library Palosaurus, that's cool. Sorry, we drew our Mimicry here, so I'm looking for cool cards for us to Mimicry. Smith would be really good for us. Ooh, oh, okay. So that's what they're doing. That's fine, honestly. We have too much stuff on this side of the board for them too. So 10 points of power is all they can get through. So they're gonna clear our Succubus. That's 6 of it. And then Succubus Toxin. And then I don't know what their plan is after that, honestly. And I'm just gonna fight Crocag into it on my next turn. Oh, they get to Library Palosaurus. That's what they're doing. Gotcha. That's pretty cool. I really, yeah. All right, so we're gonna go Untamed here. My plan is, I guess I'm going to cooperative hunting. Pew, and then do less of it there. Yeah, I guess my original plan was to grab this blood money here and gain 2 by popping it over there, but the smith is actually just worth more. So we're gonna smith 5. Okay, he's gonna fight here. Yeah, I guess I don't need to play with my food anymore. Play key charge and win the game. Yay! So yeah, that's disruption. GG. This is Sapphire. And yeah, hopefully that was educational. This is definitely, well, so at least in terms of like more synergy, disruption and efficiency. Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna play a new deck now. We're going to Salvador against the same opponent, different deck, but so against efficiency. So in terms of efficiency and disruption, what that last deck had has a lot of disruption, not a lot of efficiency. Kind of gets it out of the Witch of the Eyes, and we did have some pretty good draws those last 2 games. They're playing the same deck, I think. We're playing a different deck. This deck is not as good, but it definitely doesn't have any actual. It has some okay. It has so to combat the no, it doesn't have any good answers to combat the we're gonna keep this also. So we're gonna keep mostly on the power of this logos here, especially for our turn 1 play. Keep hand. We're going to go logos. I'm going to archive this Ronnie. So yeah, we don't have really any way to combat that library or the infinite combo that they have going on over there. So we're just gonna our best bet actually is the too much to protect this guy. So if we can, fortunately we don't have a lot of good, this is the exact opposite of the other of Sapphire. A whole bunch of efficiency, very little board control, and not too much disruption. So we're gonna go Logos again. No, thank you. We will play Igor. We will pick up a lab work. We're gonna play this lab work. We're gonna just keep archiving shadows if we can help it. And also sometimes Redacted here can steal a couple wins, but we spent a lot of our Logos turns already. Harmonia Molfin. Oof, this is oh, boo. Okay. That's fine. I didn't see the cave last time around. So what do we do here? We're gonna go this, I think. No, we can wait on this. I guess we just keep going logos. Mostly I want to wait on this until they pop our Igor. So the Zigzoom can replay our Igor, is what I'm hoping for. The logos. Take all our cards in hand. No, we're gonna reap here. We're gonna play a Redacted, have our own powerful artifact. Titan Librarian. Cool. So let's see what they have to do about what they have to say about this. So this librarian is going to continue with this archiving plan. This Igor is probably next on the list of cave targets. Sorry, Fangtooth Cavern destroys least powerful creature every turn. Thoros Centurion. Okay, so they're starting their nonsense. Fortunately, well, not necessarily. We don't. Unfortunately, we're gonna play a lot of elusive creatures for them to gain some advantage off of. We're gonna go dis here. No, thank you. I don't want to start. I don't think it matters. So I think we're gonna play this. We're gonna get back Igor here, right? Well, the week doesn't do us a whole lot. We're gonna get back the charrette, I guess. Play charrette on the right mostly. So I'm playing the charrette on the right because we're gonna play all of our elusive creatures on the left. So I don't. This adds 6 points of power over here, and this adds 4 fights on the left. So doing my best to keep the Titan Librarian in the middle. Ooh, we definitely need this oubliette for when we plan to steal a whole bunch, so we can remove the Molphin. So I'm gonna hold on to that one. So yeah, that's the plan on the ordering here on why I decided to play the charrette over here, just to make it as difficult as possible for them to remove this from being in the center. If instead of just fighting this, they can spend a lot of time fighting over here. So despite us filling our board, our archives with 100% shadows, we have 6 shadows cards at our disposal. I think that might be our next turn, regardless of what happens. Another fun thing, if you guys have listened to Sanctimonious, when they did their when all 3 of them played the same deck, and they talked a lot about how they like to life for a life their charrette so they can get a better too much to protect. That is a play that is available in this deck as well. Fortunately, they're just going to slowly steal. I really need artifact. This deck would love some artifact removal, so we don't have to deal with this kind of garbage. Decided to just go fight a whole bunch of times. That's cool. Oh, interesting. They just don't want the streak on the flank. That's fine. More Theros-Centurions. That's fine. We will find a way to deal with this eventually. The best thing I have for that is mostly this Neferu here. He, wow, what'd they do? Axiom. Okay. That's a strange choice. I think I'm just gonna go shadows here, actually. No thank you. I will... Yeah, I'm just gonna swindle. I want to swindle. It's better than playing the Umbra and letting them just capture more, honestly. I just discard 3 cards. Or you pick up... Oh, I too late to pick up my archives, and my archives doesn't do a whole lot either. Swindle does the most, but draws the least amount of cards. Go ahead and swindle. I guess it'll let them build up their board a bit. But we will actually get some good views here. So our disc turn is going to be reasonable. And now their cave has to kill one of these creatures. Unless they play something small, which they probably will. That wasn't really something I considered, but it's going to be good for us. We can honestly just continue with that plan if we wanted to. Yeah, I guess this Spy Master is never gonna get us anything because it's just gonna die to the cave. More wards, okay. Is that 2 ancient powers? Or no? I'm just remembering last game, I guess. And they reap twice. That's fine. So actually I really like Gongoozle against boards. I don't know, it just guarantees that they lose a card out of their hand. And it does, I guess, essentially full value. Like, it doesn't kill a creature, but it will take all your hearts. Nope. So we're going to... If I put 2 damage on either of these... No, it doesn't matter. Okay. So we're gonna do that. Sorry, I was trying to think if we put some damage on one of these creatures... So we're gonna get rid of this Umbra here. It's just basically fodder for the Centurions. So if they decide to fight, if I had 2 damage marked on this guy, and he fights into the Yerk, it will take 3 damage, and so it will not die. So they still have good fights. Wasn't going to change any of that. More tributes. Okay. They use tribute. They're just stacking this one up to its max. That's fine. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna go shadows here and maybe just hope that they we go shadows, we can just Ronnie if we really wanted to. Doesn't sound that good. We have 7 cards, so so what I'm thinking here is we're just gonna try and draw into too much to protect. We're gonna have 3 draws for it. Play our throwing stars, because why not? And we'll force them to play a creature. I'm just gonna discard this Merkins, so if they don't have anything, we just gonna if they need to play a creature next turn. So here's the too much to protect. We're gonna regrowth a small creature here. Regrowth Harmonia, cool. Oh, good for them. Rustnar. Alright, Shadows time. Yeah, definitely Shadows time. We will take all the cards into our archive. We will discard this Oubliette. We will discard this Centurion. We will play the too much to protect to steal 3. We'll play this Ronnie here. And then we will life for life this Ronnie. And I guess I'll hit the Rustnar. Just try and put pressure on them to keep playing creatures. Hopefully this cave, I doubt it. I doubt this cave will ever kill this Centurion, but it's possible. Barn raising, Ogopogo, there they go. Cool. We're gonna forge key here. We're gonna go disc once again. Play this artifact. I'm tempted to just play Ronnie again here with the Exhume. That sounds good to me. Play this action, get back the Ronnie, deal 2 more, play a Nefru. And so now they have to kill this Nefru or else this cave is going to gain us 1 amber. Which I'm sure they don't mind killing the Nefru. But yeah, so this is the power. So look, we just shuffled our deck. They are here they go. They are so Centurion, yep, okay. And now what are they gonna do? Nothing? Okay, great, awesome. I'm gonna go Logos. We're going to we're gonna try and just redo this play all over. So through 1 cycle of the deck, we're up almost 2 full keys on them. We kind of got lucky here and stopped their Rex. This cave kind of incentivizes us not to play in a way that Rex is good, but try and maximize our card draw here. I know it's gonna set that up a whole bunch, but do what we can. There we go. So this is another fun thing this deck gets to do is put some Schulers next to the Archimedes here, or Ronnies, and just keep archiving them and replaying them as much as we possible. Ooh, there we go. That's a good answer for that. Oh, interesting. You're gonna let me have Archimedes and Philo? Cool. Alright, so we're gonna go Logos here. No thank you. You're going to, let's see, you want to get back anything? I like getting back the director. Oh, I picked Logos? Whoops. Oh, that was a misclick. Let's draw a card. I definitely meant to get back this here. That is super unfortunate, but it is what it is. I guess we can just try and make a run on this redacted. We just have to pick Logos 2 more times, and so hopefully we forge here, and then we pick Logos 2 more times, and we just win the game. That is definitely a reasonable out we have. Although, I guess they're gonna go 6. We can pull them off for a turn here. Steal 2, capture 3. Alright, so we're gonna go dis. We should have. Going to Gongoozle. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's Gongoozle. No, thank you. I'm gonna Gongoozle this Molfin. And then the question is, what do we exhume? We have a cool exhume target in Archimedes here. But I think maybe this Neferu here is probably the better one, just because we're gonna play a lot of creatures that they're gonna want to kill. Play this action, we'll get back to Neferu. We're gonna play our Schulers, steal 2, play this guy, play this guy. As much as I'll click no. I will archive a card from my empty hand. And there we go. So draw a million cards, always find your answers. So this deck, like, yeah, with high efficiency, we have a lot of options. We get to draw a lot of cards. We get to set up, plan, and prepare a lot more than our opponent gets to. That's a lot what we're seeing here. We're almost through our deck a second time, and they're not even done with their first round through the deck. So that's what's going on right now. They decided to give their creature a wild spirit. Ink of the Spider. So they can't, I guess if they fight, they can fight. I was thinking if they fight and kill one of our creatures, there's some skirmish. If they can't fight the Charette right now. Or they can. They get to capture, they capture one when they fight. Oh, they decide to reap. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go Logos. No, thank you. We're going to play this Wild Wormhole first, actually. Cool, put it on the right. Going to draw a card. Gonna play this. We're going to put an Exhume in our hand. Or play a Professor Sutterkin on the left. And now they pretty much just have to win, or else we just call Logos a time here and we get redacted wins. And that is Salvador. All right, I guess we only have time for one more game, so I'm just gonna switch, or yeah. So I guess we're just not getting all the not getting 2 games each with that deck, but that's fine. Just give an example of how things work in the different sets and different cards. Right, it's part of the exposure learning. All right, so this deck has Dilophosaurus. We're gonna go first, and we're gonna pick Dilophosaurus. You follow TTR, which you should be doing. They have a very good saying. You have a turn with Dilophosaurus, you use it. So we're gonna maximize on that. Sorry, if you're not familiar with the card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Archive 1, draw 1, and discard 1. Oh, did they Squawker? Oh, Mars first, right. That's okay. Wow, 2 Mars first. They're just going ham, I guess. That's fine. Well, it's not a big deal. So I guess we don't get to maximize on the Dilophosaurus. I'm gonna go Logos here. I go first. Platform Chan Rover. Platform is an amazing card. We're gonna pick up Platform. And we're gonna play Mimic Gel on the left. I think I'm just gonna pick Dilophosaurus again. I mean, Igor is great and all, but we like having Dilophosaurus in 2 different houses. So now they kind of have to go back into Mars if they want to stop the Dilophosaurus Mimic Gel-ness. And that, like, having Dilophosaurus is powers in Untamed, or sorry, in Logos is probably going to be really great for us. It's already what Logos wants to be doing. I'm also super excited to transport platform Mimic Gels just in case they play something amazing and I want it. I want my own copy, I will have it. That's fine. That's pretty much what I expected them to do. Shockworm, that's fine. Let's go with Star Alliance. Gonna play cards. We can leave these stunned guys around. We'll play this Fran on the right. We'll capture onto Fran. Yeah. Maybe I should have played the Amber Tracker and captured onto Amber Tracker. Mostly, part of me wants to just make this Failing Strike better. So this is interesting. So we got our United action. We get to play all of our cards on our next turn because we have a house. We have a card from every house on the board. If they don't murder any of these creatures. So this Failing Strike hits for 4, so we can take out this pesky Human and hit. You're gonna hit the Fran. That makes sense. That's what I would do. They do have a good board here. We're not actually doing too much about it, but that's fine. We will soon have a good board. Oh, what'd they fight? They use Think Drone 3. Oh, and then they archive their own Think Drone with their Think Drone. That's fine. We're gonna go Star Alliance, and we're gonna maximize. We're gonna get huge value. Play this action. Play this creature on the left. We're gonna start protecting our stuff that we care about, and we get to play all of our cards. And yeah, Wormhole Tech is gonna play on the left, and then Sanitation Engineer is also going to play on the left, I guess. We get a Failing Strike here. We will exalt. Let's exalt. Let's exalt the Wormhole Tech or Kirkar. We're gonna, yeah, and we're gonna blow up the that guy. Cool. Unfortunately, this cutthroat research we're just gonna barely miss on, but it's okay. We'll get him next time. So our Logos is looking fairly strong. We get to probably discard this Melina. So my plan is Reap, Unstun, gain 3 Amber. Hopefully start catching up. We're definitely behind on Amber, but they got a pretty good start and we didn't really interact with their board at all. We're just trying to set up a better board right now. I guess if they're playing AoA, what could they have? I don't think Ammonia Clouds is in the set. No Poison Wave. I don't even think Positron Bolt's in the set. So their board wipes seem pretty limited. We should be in a good spot right here. We're gonna take advantage of the extra speed that all this Logos nonsense is gonna give us. And yeah, so that's kind of one of the things that speed also does. It just gives you a bigger board. Well, they remote accessed my Auto Legionary to interesting. I wonder if they thought. I wonder whose battle line that's supposed to go on to. Yeah, me too. We're gonna poke the Wormhole Tech. That makes sense. Alright, so we're gonna go Logos. We're gonna go ahead and Reap. We played a Cutthroat Research, I guess. Cool, we're gonna play another one. And we're gonna play these Thorium Plasmates, which don't do anything. We're gonna gain some amber. There's nothing you can do about it. Reap with this creature. Getting rid of the Molina, mostly because stealth mode's amazing and City Gates might... Oh, no. We don't want to end our turn. We want to unstun our Logos Dilophosaurus. City Gates is a great card, and having it out is really powerful. Mostly, we can start capturing 2 amber and putting a Scudum on this Dilophosaurus here. That's fine. We will figure out what to do about this. A zap sounds pretty good right now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 2. What's that? Yeah, whatever. Probably. What do I want to zap? If I were to zap a thing. Alright, we're going to forge a key. We're going to go Star Alliance, I guess. Or we can go... yeah, Star Alliance is our best bet right now. We'll play the stealth mode. We'll play this Kirby. Alright. Which will let us play City Gates, I guess. We're going to platform Kirby. Play this Kirby on the right. Then we're going to zap for 9 because auto legionary. So 1, 2. Good bounce rain. Give him back the captured amber. I like playing my cards. Let's see. Yeah. Probably should have played earlier. Should have played the Amber Tracker first so I could have captured onto Amber Tracker, knowing that this situation would happen. What else do we want to... I guess they can archive... We're planning on reaping this turn. Star Alliance, 1 reap. Maybe I get rid of the... Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. Remove stun. Reap with this creature. That's fine. Play this upgrade. I guess I can play it here. Maybe I was thinking of putting on one of the Dilophosauruses just to give them a little bit more, just a little bit extra protection. No, I missed that. Dude, I should have fought. I could have. Oh, I'm so dumb. I could have played the. I should have played the Scudum here, then fought, then got the reap off. Whatever. I'll fight. It's early for some people. I'm gonna. Much as I did abuse the auto legionary, I'm gonna give him a turn of me not having the auto legionary. I don't know the rulings on that. Sorry, I didn't mean to say I was dumb. I'm pretty sure it was a mistake. There's a couple mistakes I made. Definitely should have played the Amber Tracker before the frame so I could have captured onto the Amber Tracker. Why no reap? I feel bad that they remote access to activate my auto legionary. So I was kind of being nice, I guess, in this case. I don't know if... Pretty sure I'm supposed to get it. I don't know if I'm supposed to get it. So I'm just kind of passing a turn back to them. Yeah, I think so too. I did abuse it. I did zap for 9 because of it. But I guess I could have just piled it on to the creatures such that they wouldn't be killed. Except for the ones I wanted to be destroyed. I'm being... yeah. So yeah. A couple mistakes here. We've had this game, but trying to do better. That's the goal. If we can at least notice our mistakes, we'll try and not make them next time. Little Nif comes down. I always miss that Little Nif has Omega. I've misplayed it so many times because of that. I guess there was some value to putting the Scudum on the Dilophosaurus because we can City Gates it really be really good with that. But anyways, their Pip is gone. Did they? Oh, I fought it. Duh. I was like, okay. Anyways, we're gonna go back to Star Alliance. What do we want to do? We can reap with this Kirby to play this Twin Bolt. We can cancel. Wanted to deal 1 damage to a creature. I want to play this. I also don't really want to have my creatures die. Probably not worth it. I could probably hold on to it. Maybe I just hold on to it. Reap with cancel. I'm going to reap with here. I'm going to transporter platform the Amber Tracker actually. Mostly to heal it. Reap with this creature. Now I can. Oh, they don't have the Amber to capture. That's fine. Remove the stun. That's it. My Autolutionary. What? Move it to the right flank, I guess. Do I have to move it to the flank every time I use it? Oh. I guess. Wait, what do I have left to do? Oh, zap, yeah. I'm done. Interesting. So, according to TCO, Autolegionnaire was a Star Alliance artifact, but still wasn't a creature? Maybe? I don't know. Well, I guess I didn't need to play nice with the Autolegionnaire. Kind of did. Probably should have. I don't know. We'll find it. I'm enamored with the Star Alliance people. Wasn't a very productive turn in my opinion. Logos is probably pretty. We definitely want to go dinosaurs. Okay, that's fine. Sucker Punch, Merkins. Memory chip. Oh, they Merkins the memory chip. That's unfortunate for them. You get to archive a card every time they pick logos, and they can't pick logos, so at least they stopped us from getting it. What do I do here? Logos is pretty boring. I guess dinosaurs kind of played into a board wipe. I don't think they have a board wipe. I kind of went over that. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go. I guess I like dinos. It'll be fun to play. Just get cards out of my hand. Play Ludo. Oh, all right, I'm gonna play Ludo on the left. And I'm gonna play this Brutodon on the right. And then Tricks on the right. So my current plan is to unfortunately bounce this Amber Tracker again, just so I can move this Brutodon next to the Kirby. That's what I'm thinking about. I might be overvaluing the Kirby, especially right now with this card's ability. Put it on the Shrix. I might be with how close the game is, maybe I should be valuing this Amber control a little bit more. Oh, no. Reap here. Remove this stun. Alright, here we go. Crassosaurus. One of the so this is an interesting Amber control card. I think there's one Voltaire. I want to say Pax. Pax had a surprising number of Crassosaurus in the top 8. I wonder if it should be considered, depending on the deck. Depending on the deck, it definitely should be considered in the kind of same tier category as like Too Much to Protect and interdimensional graft or whatever. It's just a big scaling amber control card. Really good against burst stuff. So hopefully that is the deal. That's what I think. That's what I think of this card. Be on the lookout for it if you're gonna have, especially if you have like, if you can set up like a 6 Emperor or even just like Ludo, having like a Ludo out to kill it afterwards. Also, Ancient Power is great. Standardized testing. Ooh, what do we get? We get rid of 3s and 5s. Oh, 6 and 3s, I guess. Destroy Merkins and Auto Legionnaire. What is Auto Legionnaire? Interesting. I wonder what power Auto Legionnaire is a weird card. Maybe I. Huh. They are definitely getting the wrong end of some of these bugs. And that's pretty much all I have time for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Saw basically, so how disruption works, kind of a little bit how disruption works. We didn't quite see that with as much as I thought we would, as much as I was hoping to see with Sapphire. We saw it a little bit, a couple turns that our opponents were trapped down to 4 cards or less, and then also to just forced our opponent to like have to respond a couple times by playing like Succubus, Toxins, and stuff like that. And then we clearly saw how amazing it is to draw cards. We definitely powered through a whole bunch of cards with Salvador, the AOA deck, and then War Lady, just huge board, play all of our cards, just keep playing cards. I mean, a couple times there, I definitely made some mistakes. That's one of the hard parts of all these high efficiency card decks, is that you just have to make all these choices, and because you have, there's just so many, like what I call small decisions that you have to make. Like obviously the playing the Fran and the Amber Tracker could have captured onto the Amber Tracker instead of Fran, and that kind of hurt me in terms of the Agent Human, which was stunning everything, I think was how that happened or whatever. You play a lot of cards, and they all generally cards that draw cards or play extra cards, that's about all they do, and so they maybe have like a little bit more to them. So you have to, a lot of the value in those cards, you can gain a lot of additional value, like 1 or 2% kind of things, by playing them optimally and not missing on those small things. And that's definitely the thing that separates the good players from the best players, is that they can identify all these little optimizations that you can make, especially by playing. If you have to make a small decision on every card and you play 5 extra cards, that gives you a good edge over your opponent, and that's actually super important in like adaptive, especially. I definitely like these high efficiency decks for adaptive for that reason. Hopefully you're just a better player, and you're a better player, so you can by default make better choices with that, and then by having more familiar experience with these decks, it's easier for you to find the lines, and so the more optimized plays, and so you're less likely to make these mistakes, and that's the edge I think you should be aiming for. You want to win game 1 and game 2 in adaptive, but I'll go over that hopefully one day. I'll talk a little bit more about the Worlds formats and what I think you should be doing. Yeah, that's about all I got for today. Let's see, upcoming projects. I should have videos releasing on YouTube. We're going to have an Adaptive Prime Championship starting on YouTube. Those videos are going to start coming out Monday. Every day of the week, every weekday, round one of the rounds of Swiss will be out. And then I'm going to drop all of the top 8 stuff on the following Sunday. And then Saturday, probably just I'm going to try and live stream another Chainbound from my local store. And maybe I'll find time to do like a weekend Keyforge class to make up for the one I missed earlier this week on Monday. And I'll cover the remainder of SAS. Then after that, I'm not sure what my lessons plans are, but we'll get there. Yeah, so that's about it. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Go find a person to raid. Any questions? Well, what's up? Hey. How's it going, Matney? Or no, you're not Matney. Yep. I don't know why I thought you were Matney. Anyways, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, place of the party. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the new hours because I am lazy. Well, no, this is a good. It forces me to get up for work on time and stuff like that, and means I get to stay late at work. Also, is the big thing for me. If I need to. Who do we got? Who's live? We've got. But hopefully, oh, I forgot to hit the record button. Anyways, I should be putting all of these up on YouTube eventually. And yeah, so be on the lookout for that. Got okay, well, let's see. I'm sorry that you're missing out. We can. I had a plan. I had someone in mind. Oh, we can go to FFG. Can you see my best deck? Do you want to see my best SAS rated deck? You want to see the deck that got me a prime championship win? How do you define best? You want to do some scouting? Is that the plan? This is not my best deck. Best in my opinion? I don't know what that is. I really don't know what that is. This one's pretty close to one of my best decks. I need to play it more. This is 2 and 3 from a Prime Champ. It's got an okay efficiency rating, an okay. It's just kind of all around pretty good. All around in the stats. It does have Dance of Doom for situational board control, Keyhammer plus Lash. Yeah, 5 artifacts. It's definitely a grindier. I like playing grindy decks. Mother plus Ember Imps and Succubus, just a lot of plays both sides of the disruption and efficiency, pretty medium. Just plays cards really well. Good targeted removal if I need it. Like I said, it's just pretty much, if I was going to play Archon solo, this is close to the deck I'd probably pick. Although right now I'm really testing this deck out, I'm liking it. Although the one I just played, War Lady Stilts, they're all kind of in contention right now for what I'm gonna. If I had to trying to get ready for think about Worlds in the Triad format, this one's looking promising. Again, this one's super high efficiency. Not a lot of disruption, but has what teammate Devin Flaming Hobo thinks is one of the best tech cards I have, and I kind of have to agree with how prevalent Logos is. Having a Desania is huge, and double remote access is also really good. I'm really happy with all the small tech that is inside this Logos set. Probably, yeah, they probably will. But that's what I've been thinking about recently. This is why I'm drawn to these decks right now. When you ask about what my favorite or what my best decks are, other ones I was thinking of maybe if I had to put together a triad, the ones that I would. My first thoughts right now are on these decks. So yeah, this deck, Axiom, plus the board wipes, or is basically all it has for board wipes, and then a couple little, like 6 Emperor if I need it, and a Quantrino Flux. Yeah, I'm happy with this deck, and also SAS is very happy with the deck as well. Yeah, I did lose because I've lost a couple times, as you can see. Mostly to, I did a Chain Bound, I did a big 6 Emperor play, like double tribute, and then 6 Emperor, and then they had too much to protect, and I should have known better at that time. I need to get better at that. There's definitely a lot of skills, not necessarily my decks that are weak, that I need to work on. The one we just played, last one we just played, this one doesn't have artifact control. That's board wipe, and I don't think it has board wipes either, which is part of the reason why I kind of been ignoring it for a bit, but I don't necessarily need that. I can just play big creatures of my own, I think. Actually, this deck doesn't have a lot of big creatures. It just kind of I'll just copy your big creatures. Again, high efficiency, a little bit more disruption. Kirby's are great, plus platform. This deck, and then a United Action with Auto Legionnaire can guarantee pretty much that I hit on all my United Action cards. Also, Auto Legionnaire and Double Zap. City Gates is amazing. I do have a Ludo to help with that, and Ancient Power. But yeah, this deck is I'm not as sold on it. As you can see, it doesn't have as good of a record. This is from a adaptive sealed prime that we did. I also didn't do very well there. But yeah, so these are maybe my 3 best decks. Then after that, today was basically let's watch Andrew play a lot of his favorite decks. You think key cheats are required? I think. Let's see. I don't think so. I don't think key cheats are required. If you're gonna play if you want to play a fast deck or a high expected amber deck, then you need key cheats. Because then you need them to beat decks like Light Tassiger or kind of almost this deck that I was playing earlier today. This deck has such a high efficiency. It's basically always going to have too much to protect plus Ronnie whenever I need it, or like double Schuler Charette. That's what I think you need key cheats for, to beat better versions of this deck. Essentially, you need some way to keep your either forge keys on your turn or keep your key cost below 6. So too much to protect, doorstep, and those kind of cards don't get you. So I think Trix is a very key card, or Senator Brockus is basically the best cards in Worlds Collide for like a rush deck, honestly. I think the bet, like I haven't seen a better control deck than Light Tassiger, and I mean, maybe I haven't been looking for them, or what I would consider like a control deck. Like you can talk about like the Screaming Cave, Control the Weak, but those are more like Lockout or 4 imprinted Murmux, whatever, however you want to reduce your key cost. I haven't seen Untamed to do the bursty Untamed stuff that it used to do. So I'm leaning more on Saurians to be able to pull that through, because they can do the things like Tribute 6 Emperor or whatever. But if you've got a good way to burst in Untamed, yeah, if you've got a good burst in Untamed, you definitely want to have you're more likely to have key cheats, and B, you're more likely you can do things like just keep your key costs low. Yeah, sure, if you want to. But I guess I can take another couple minutes, but I really need to get to work. Oh boy, everyone's showing off their cool control decks. All right, Ramsey was first. What do we got here? Nice. It's a good record to start with. What do you have? Wait. You're playing a Coda deck without shadows. That's a control deck. What do you got? You said this is a lockout deck. Double Toxin, Restringuntus, Double Ember Imp, no Arises. Hysteria is probably helpful. I guess, yeah, Hysteria, Double Ember Imp could do a lot of work. What I really like to see in a disc package that's trying to rely on like a Restringuntus, you want some of the 5-power creatures. I think that's been my experience with them. That way you can fight and just make sure your Restringuntus stays alive. If you have, no, you do. You have one. You have a Schuler here. That's a good start. You need good ways in dis. I mean, you do have Hysteria, you do have Fears, but though to kind of more permanently make sure your Restringuntus doesn't just get attacked. But yeah, Hysteria, Double Ember Imp is sweet. Definitely happy to see that all the time. I wonder, you could definitely do Keyhammer plus Charette stuff. Double Toxin. Yeah, this is great. This is definitely doing great disruption, as you can see over here. Yeah, I do like it a lot. I don't imagine you get to fully lock people out with Restringuntus in this deck often, but maybe you do. Maybe I'm wrong. I've not played a deck like this with this disc package. Yeah, so that's what I think about that. Good speed, especially for Coda. Double lab work, library access, sweet. Phase shift. Oh, you get to do some dirty stuff. Library access, phase shift, hysteria. Play all these cards. Replay all your Logos creatures, probably, is some cool fun stuff. You get Hypnotic Command. Okay, that's pretty good too. For Amber Control and Skippy. Yeah. That's true. That's a lot like George's deck. George Kegel, Max Gasolina, Restrain Guntis, Skippy the Time Hog, Library Access. Control the Weeks instead of, in addition to the Restrain Guntis, is what his deck does. It also has Fogify. I think I haven't watched too much of the games. I should watch more of them. But the Fogify and the Fogwink probably also help a bit towards protecting the Restrain Guntis and buying time to set up. Just buying a couple turns really is what the deck was trying to do. The Expect Amber maybe is probably high enough, especially with things like a Hypnotic Command and the Mass Abduction. Probably could work well together. Always happy. Dominator, actually, there you go. There's a good Dominator is a good card to protect the Restrain Guntis. Zookeeper, obviously, great board control stuff. Scrambler Storm, also probably super important. I guess that could be considered a key cheat, kind of like how some people talked about Control the Weak being a key cheat. You just prevent your opponent from stealing the Amber. So yeah, I like this deck. Definitely would not want to play against it. If I could choose not to play against it, I would. But I'm not sure what. So the biggest thing, no board wipes. I think I might be. There's just a Hysteria. Well, that's fine. You don't have to tell me about it. I played a triple Succubus deck today. I'm more than happy to make sure my opponents don't have fun. Hypnotic Command, or so I keep thinking Deep. There it is, Deep Probe. Deep Probe is also a super sweet card. All right, what's Dave got for us in the control deck land? Played the deck a whole bunch of times, everywhere. Triple Exhume. All right, so Worlds Collide. Very brave to play Brobnar. Worlds Collide. Oh, the 5 Eddy deck. Sure, man. Yeah, this is a sweet deck. Yeah, you're talking about not fun to play against? 5 Eddies with 3 Exhumes and Hysteria. You could just let them forge and you could just replay all your Eddies. Oh, and a Zenzi? Jeez, this deck is... I'm not sure... So what, the goal is, if you're playing against this deck, your goal is to hit a board wipe at the right time, but even then the Exhumes are going to be rough on that. You basically just need to have forever board control to beat this deck. What is... Hey, Techno Tacos. How's it going? Got stuck talking about control decks, and Dave and Ramsey here are showing off their decks. We're doing good. We a lot better today than some of the past days. We won, I think, all of our games today. I need to get to work soon, but wait, what? Here, you surprised? You enjoying the 5 Eddy deck that Dave Cordero has? Yeah, that's what 5 Eddies does. It doesn't matter. 18, that's normal. That's normal. 18 SAS, Brobnar. For the people who are unfamiliar, so we got back to Keyforge class talk. If you're not familiar with SAS, SAS also gives each of your houses its individual SAS score. And Brobnar is considered one of the worst houses in AoA. This is an AoA deck. Or sorry, Worlds Collide. And I think about 18 SAS for Brobnar is about what I normally see. This 81 SAS is 90% carried by this Logos, and this disc is also surprisingly good. Triple Exhume will do that for you. Hornet's Touch is also super relevant, I think. It's good disruption today. Good disruption. Hornet's Touch and even like the Infernuses are probably a good reason to avoid playing Marsh Generosity decks. Yeah, it's just like they're a little too fragile to these kinds of effects, I think. And even like we look back at Ramsey's deck, the double Ember Imps are also really good at shutting. Double Ember Imp or String Guntis is really good at shutting down those combo decks. So I'm not sure how many of them we'll see. Even like the top tier ones, I think will have some trouble. You do need to get lucky with the Bornet's Touch, but you don't need to get as lucky with this kind of stuff over here. And I don't really, personally, I don't really want to play those kind of games and just be like, well, I hope you don't get it and just lose. But I guess combo decks need to have a backup plan in case that happens, especially now. Anyways, I feel like this Brobnar must have some synergy with the deck. I see the Shattered Throne and I want to do something with it. Nefru is probably could be really good. Played Nefru, just I'm always happy with Nefru in my Salvador deck that we played earlier today. Mostly because it is just a 4-power meat shield for your eddies in this deck, I would assume. You can't afford to kill all these eddies, just give them 1 amber. You probably 9 times out of 10 your opponent's gonna kill the Nefru first, so it's gonna buy your eddies a little bit of breathing room. Ooh, also I just noticed Neutron Shark plus Reassembly Automaton. That's also an amazing combo. This is just an insane logo suite. Daughter Zenzi. The only thing you're missing is you got a Tao Tao Vapors. This card is, I would be happy to have it. I'm happy to have this. I think it's good. It's gonna disrupt anyone that's trying to play like leaders, or you can always move your own leader back into the center. Sounds really good to me. Yeah, this is gross. So clearly we're on a team, right? And Dave is just gonna be super nice to me if I ever have to play against this deck. I think to beat this deck, I think you just have to worry about these exhumes. But I bet a board wipe or 2, or I wonder if my deck here, Sapphire, just a good deck that's super reliant on board control, can handle a deck like this. That's unfortunate. I mean, this deck, it's all really just leaning on these eddies. I think I could be wrong. I haven't played it. Hey, Catmorrow. It would be, yeah. Well, who knows? I know Dave said he was planning, if he's gonna go to he's gonna be at Worlds. I already have my plane ticket. Worlds gets canceled. Maybe I'll just bring all my stream equipment and we'll just have our own little Worlds there. 4 Axioms sounds bonkers. It could, I mean, 4 Axioms is cool and all, but I feel like that's too many board wipes, and B, if the first one doesn't do everything you need it to do, the second one's definitely not going to help. And the third and the fourth are definitely just, again, not going to do much. If you could diversify, I'd be a lot happier with say 2 and 2. If there was, like, just throw a Harbinger of Doom in there or something like that. Maybe even some, just so you are always stuck to the same weakness of Axiom. But 9 times, I'd say like 7 times out of 10, Axiom is going to be good enough. And that sounds like it for me today, though. I guess I'm gonna sign off here. I was trying to find someone to raid, and then I got distracted talking about Keyforge, which I do way too much. Raiding people, we're gonna do that. We're gonna say hi to we'll go watch FFT. They were doing, oh nope, they're not doing anything. All right, so I guess we'll go watch some Slay the Spire. He's a little bit too big, but we're gonna go watch Gabby Spats. She is a well-known Magic the Gathering player. Really entertaining person. And she's currently playing Slay the Spire, so you guys don't have to get mad at me for sending you to Magic. And thank you and good night.